I trust Nintendo to do their best in this next game. After watching the Invitational at E3 and the Smash Direct, I'm hyped for this next entry in one of my favorite Nintendo series. Here are some modes and characters that I think would be a great addition to this Super Smash Bros. Game. Adventure Mode. Modes are essential to the Super Smash Bros. Games. Of course, there are modes like Stock and Time and Coin, but I mean other modes. Every Smash game has had an adventure mode-like mode. Every single Smash game has had at least a classic mode, and even Melee and Brawl had an adventure mode. My wish is that they would bring back both classic and adventure mode. People complain about Brawl having a slow and sloppy adventure mode that drags forever. And while I personally don't agree, if Nintendo refines it to have shortened levels that end in easier boss fights, and also make it so that the last level is in the most annoying maze ever made by man, I think that adventure mode would be a very fun idea. Who knows what the story could be? Maybe Taboo makes a return. Maybe there's something going on with Master and Crazy Hand. Honestly, anything could be fine as long as the gameplay is fun. Melee Mode. Do you know what Super Smash Bros. Game has an expanding fan base and is widely considered the perfect Smash game, even though it's not? Super Smash Bros. Melee. Melee is fun. Often, my brother and I will sit down and play it on our old GameCube. At first, it was hard to get into, and we still don't know how to do any of those super crazy techniques. But many people do. People go crazy over this game, making mods, new modes, and even an online multiplayer. What I think would be really cool in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate would be a Melee mode. This mode would include things like wave dashing, the weight of characters, overpowered techs like Shine and Broken hitboxes, and while I probably wouldn't play it as much as the regular Super Smash Bros. Mode, I know some people would definitely go crazy over this. First, I'll go over some echoes because they don't take as much effort to explain. Claws. In the game Mother 3, you play as Lucas, the youngest of a family who lives in a small town named Tazmily. During the first chapter of the game, Lucas's mother, Hiwana, gets killed by a roboticized Drago, a type of animal who lives in the world of Mother 3. Lucas's brother, Claus, in revenge, decides to go after the Drago to hunt it down. He ends up dying too. Very late into the game, you find yourself in contact with a masked man, someone who is helping an evil person named Porky rule the world. Lucas and the masked man are considered sworn enemies, destined to battle together. Very later into the game, you find that the masked man was a roboticized Claus, brainwashed into following Porky's every command. I think Claus would be a cool echo of Lucas because, 1. They both have PK Love, a staple PK in the game, because only Lucas and Claus have that move. 2. He's Lucas's brother, and I think it'd be cool to see two Nintendo brothers battle each other besides Mario and Luigi. 3. Lucas already has a Claus skin, just like how Peach already had a Daisy skin, and I think it'd be really easy to just make that a new Echo character. Man, that was a long rant, but I hope it explains why Claus should be an Echo. I really like Mother 3 and I really like Smash Brothers, and another Mother rep would be really nice. Speaking of Mother, Nintendo. Nintendo is basically an 8-bit NES. Sure, their games are different, but let's be real. They have the same moves, same arch nemesis, same party, and it would be so easy to just reskin NES as Nintendo and call it an Echo. Octoling. Octolings are the enemies of the Inklings in the game Splatoon and Splatoon 2. What I think makes the Octoling a good pick for an Echo is that Octo Expansion just came out, and it confirmed that the Octolings and Inklings are literally the same thing but with different hair and eyes. Nintendo could just remodel the Inkling skin, put a little swirly hair in there, make the eyes a little sleeker, and there you go, it's an Octoling. Some third-party Echoes would be really cool. Honestly, I don't know too much about the third-party characters in Smash, so I can't list too many, but one character has the easiest Echo to make ever, and that Echo would be Mrs. Pac-Man. Mrs. Pac-Man is literally just Pac-Man with a bow. Sure, in her original arcade game, she goes way faster than regular Pac-Man, but not in the Namco Museum ports. I really feel like this is a no-brainer, but no one seems to talk about her that much. Characters. Quote. Quote is the main protagonist in my favorite game of all time, Cave Story. I think Quote has a chance because there still is a spot for indie reps, and Cave Story has also been on every single Nintendo console, besides the Wii U, ever since the DSi. I spent years making a moveset, and it is very complicated, so I think I'll be showing it off in another video. If Quote was in the game, I feel like Curly should be an Echo. She has the same abilities and items as Quote if you play through Curly's story, a mode in Cave Story. Either that, or Curly could be sitting on Quote like in the final area of the game, the character then becoming a duo like Ice Climbers or Rosalina and Luma. Sans. I'm not a huge Undertale fan, even though the game is fun, but Sans is a popular character and Undertale's coming to the Switch, so maybe he could come in as a DLC character, I don't really know. Classic Sonic. Sonic Mania is one of my favorite Switch games that I own. Many others feel the same way as well. It perfectly improves on Sonic 3 and Knuckles, one of my favorite games of all time. I would make Classic Sonic a new character and not an Echo, because Classic Sonic's physics and moves are completely different than modern Sonic's. Also, if Classic Sonic becomes a character, then Classic Tails or Knuckles should as well. Sure, they can fly or glide, but I don't think anyone would care if they didn't. I want to talk about Waluigi because apparently everybody wants him in. I actually like that he's an assist trophy. Sakurai is giving us everything that we wanted, and I think he should have one thing that people want that he won't put in. In conclusion, this Super Smash Bros. Game is going to be great. I can't wait to play it at parties and with my friends. Though it may sound like I'm grasping at straws with these ideas, it's not like I expect these to be in the game. I would be completely fine if there were no adventure mode, no melee mode, or any of the characters I listed in the game anywhere. I'm just excited to share my ideas and hear other people's ideas. Also, for anyone who is expecting things that people are leaking to be true, then you're just going to be disappointed in what the ultimate Smash game is going to be. Thanks for watching.